He's 16-0. The man hasn't fought since 2012. He's ready to go. Watch out, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and all others. And that's all I got to say on that shit.
Most people think when you fight and prepare for a fight, you just wake up, run, then you go to the gym. After you're done running, come back, eat, then you go back to sleep. Then you go to the gym for a couple hours, and then go hang out the rest of the day, play video games or whatever you do. But the reality is, like, if you really want to become successful and compete at the highest level, when you're champ or when you have money, you can have a chef. You can have somebody stretch you. You can have an assistant to run errands for you. You can have all these things. But until then, you got to cook for yourself. Eating, fueling yourself when you work out is so important. So you got to learn how to cook. You got to learn about nutrition. You got to buy your own supplements. You got to make sure you remind yourself to eat on a schedule. And honestly, it takes a lot of energy. Then you got to eat the food. The amount of self-care, being your own chef, being your own therapist, physical therapist. But number one, like having to be your own chef. I feel like that's like the one thing that people don't understand is, number one, so important and also hard to do. When they see like every day you got to eat 3 or 4 times a day, people tap out. So you got to do it yourself. Everybody likes the idea of, man, he's going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. They like the idea of that, of course. But when they look at the amount of work and dedication and time that has to be committed to it, they feel a little bit differently. My daughter, she talks about me being the champ all the time, but she wants my attention at all times. My wife, same thing, loves me, doesn't want me to get hurt, doesn't want me to box, but also wants me to pursue my dreams. My brother doesn't want me to fight at all, even though he's probably the one that can help me develop my career the best. He knows the industry, he knows the sport. It's hard for him to be involved in it because I could get hurt. I could come back and not be the same guy. I could die in the ring. Everybody knows that. These things happen. People die in the ring 2 or 3 times a year, or just get, severe head injury. And nobody wants to be a part of that. But once again, everybody likes the idea of it. I can go on and on. I think the biggest thing is people don't understand the amount of commitment it takes. Energy, sleep, eating, everything has to be in line. You also got to carry yourself a certain type of way. If you're going to be the champ, you can't be the champ, act like the champ just when you're in the ring. You got to kind of do that at all times throughout the day. I would say there's a lot of people are holding me back from being able to focus. I would say I'm one of those people too.
And ladies and gentlemen, there is George Foreman, the third Monk Foreman, as of course he is ready for a comeback. He is 16-0 with 15 knockouts, no losses, no draws. He has been inactive since 2012. He's 41 years of age, and he is from boxing royalty. As you guys heard, names like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and all the others. Me looking at George Foreman III is a mirror of his father through and through. The way he delivers shots, the jab, the chopping hooks, the way he winds these shots up, and it looks like he has some power. Now, I did appreciate that. I will leave the link for the full video. It's called Unreal and the Lonely Sport of Boxing on his channel, George Foreman III's channel. And I do wonder what was the holdup. You were undefeated. You had 16 bouts and you knocked out 15 out of that 16. So what was the deal? What happened, And the only thing that I can sum it up with is the fact that, if you don't really have to fight, you don't have to. Maybe his family talked him out of it. Maybe his family is like super stupid rich where they don't have to fight like that. So it's easier for someone to say, man, don't have another fight. You've had 16 fights. You're undefeated. Did you get that out of your system type, conversation that they had more than likely with him. That's the only thing that I can muster up. I still don't know. Okay, so I'm just speculating. Okay, but him wanting to come back now at 40 is not out of the question, especially, considering who his father was. His father was 45 years old, 8 months where he knocked out Michael Moore. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell his son, now you're too old. Right? So yeah, I don't think that's going to fly. I think he's going to have to, get it out of his system once again. because I think he's going to have to start with somewhere, and I think promotions, because you see he's doing the gym work. I mean, he doesn't even look 41. Honestly, he looks like he's about 33. You know what I mean? 35 at the most, but 41 no. But 41's not old, so But neither action taken from George Foreman the third. He's ready to get back in the ring. He's ready to prove to himself that he can do this thing. I think George Foreman the third would do really well on a certain level. I'm not sure about the elite level. I think he definitely needs a good trainer. You know what I mean? That can protect him, because this is the heavyweight division. You can punch, you have punching power, you can knock people out. Go see his resume. However, the same thing can happen to him. You can get caught with a shot that you don't see. And I think defense and I think training is essential for someone that wants to come, come back into the sport of boxing, because, he's going to need tune-up fights. He's going to have to, get with a trainer that's willing to train him the right way. And they're going to have a run together. Okay. And that trainer versus fighter relationship, it doesn't develop overnight. So they're going to have to do some trial runs with each other, and I think he will be ready. But it's exciting just knowing he's from boxing royalty. We have, Ali's grandson Nico is in the business, and he has the buzz around him simply because of who his grandfather is. But this here is another case of boxing royalty, so it's always an intriguing thing to see someone return to the ring, especially when they've never been defeated, especially when they're from boxing royalty. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of George Monk Foreman, eager to get back in the ring, calling out Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and everyone else. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.